Hello, I'm Amy Gutierrez, and this is Shoulder to Shoulder, where we get a chance to meet some of the most interesting, important, and inspirational people in the world of wine, our very own Sonoma County wine growers and winemakers. Today, you're going to get a chance to meet Diana and Alina, sisters born in the Soviet Union who came to the United States in pursuit of the American dream, and they made it happen one vine at a time. Welcome in everybody to Shoulder. I'm your host, Amy Gutierrez. Very excited to be in my hometown of Petaluma at Terra de Promicio Vineyard and Land of Promise Wine. And this is a fascinating story because you're not from here and they're not from the United States. Let's start there, growing up in the Soviet Union and how coming to America happened.
I grew up in the territory of Kazakhstan. I came to the U.S. to go to the University of Pennsylvania Wharton Business School. Mm-hmm. I happened to meet my husband, the love of my life. We've been married for the last 24 years. And he said, one day I would like to be in the wine business. And I said, why one day? But he had this idea of owning a vineyard, and this place spoke to us.
You felt it.
I felt it.
I love that. I know the land can really speak to you, especially in Sonoma County. So then this quickly became a family affair. And let's bring Alina in to how you came to the U.S.
So when I was 15 years old, my dad and I lived in a used trailer, which was behind us where the barn is right now. And I tended to the vines. I helped to install grow tubes on each and every vine at the vineyard.
Why did you want to farm wine grapes? Is there a connection to where you grew up? And is there an influence of where you grew up and what you do here today?
Yes. So in the Soviet Union, majority of people lived in this big apartment complex, and very few of them have even balconies. So we were very fortunate to grow up on the land. We had a small house and about an acre of land, and my father grew grapes and he made them into wines. And our mother had a rose garden. We had raised, vegetable beds. So we were very much a farming family back there.
Yeah, so this has always been part of your life. Farming has always been part of it.
Having that experience, having this beautiful climate of Sonoma has really helped us to take what we had back into a union and bring it here. This is why, for example, you've seen probably some flowers and the raised rose beds as well as the vegetables that my mom has been growing and still growing. We have tomatoes, we have zucchini, you name it. We have it.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Yes, the climate is what makes Sonoma so different.
So if you haven't put it together yet, Terra de Promicio translates to Land of Promise. But I'd like you to expand a little bit about how you came up with that name and what it means to your family.
When we came to America, we started with just the land and our tractor and the used trailer and the American flag. As immigrants, we believe that if it can happen anywhere, it will happen here in the U.S.
You have been at this for a while, about 25 years now. That means a lot of time to learn your craft in growing grapes and making wine. But a lot of people grow grapes in Sonoma County. A lot of people do it. A lot of people make wine. What sets you guys apart? What makes you unique? And why do people keep coming back to you?
A lot of vineyards say we're family owned, family run. We're actually family operated. One of the winemakers came in the middle of the night, like at 3 a.m. He saw my father in the tractor. He saw my mother and I and Alina on the bin sorting grapes and taking all the leaves out.
But also for us, it's just to reiterate the fact that we believe that the wine is being born in the vineyards. We believe in quality versus quantity. And even from the early days of the vineyard, when my dad and I were installing grow tubes, and it was hard labor for somebody like, just a child, I would never forget how I told my dad one day, I said, why are we doing this? This is a lot. And he goes, Alina, we're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing it for the future generations.
You guys have such a unique story, and often in these shows, we're talking to families who are 4th, 5th, some are pregnant with the 6th generation, right? That seems to be more the norm in Sonoma County, how long families have been here. It's not the case for you being immigrants, even though you've got 3 generations who've worked on the farm, you're doing it all at once. How do you feel being an immigrant influences your business and what you do here?
We did not grow up with a safety net. So we don't rely on anyone other than ourselves. And we also believe, this is where the hard work comes in place, and also family values come in place. Because there is nobody else to come in and help us other than ourselves. But also our vineyard workers, they have become a family to us. And because we are immigrants, I think there is this special connection we have with our crew. It is truly special. We speak their language, they speak our language,
Yes.
even though my Spanish is not very good, but they,
But
there's
speak
that
the
heart.
language
It's
of
the
land
heart.
of promise.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
speak that language.
Truly.
Because they came here too for a
Exactly.
dream. 25 years in, you've accomplished so much. What's next?
I want to be remembered as the all-American wine, because I think right now there is so much division and so many different opinions. And I want to remind people what America is all about. And sometimes it takes an immigrant to do that.
Thank you so much to Diana and Alina, Terra de Promicio Vineyard, and Land of Promise Wine. Cheers to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us for Shoulder to Shoulder and getting the chance to meet Diana and Alina. We hope you'll follow along as we unveil the stories of our beautiful Sonoma County wine country and the farmers and vintners who care for it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel @Sonoma Wine Growers or visit our website at sonomawinegrape.org.